What's good, YouTube? This your boy, Mr. YG82, coming at y'all with a deck profile. I'm gonna do it a little different this time, cause cards gonna be a little out of order. I'm not gonna go monster spell and trap, and I'm actually break it down while I'm going through it. But before I get started, this is one of my favorite decks of all time, and I know, like, for the subscribers that's been on the channel for a while, that might be a surprise, but I actually been playing this deck forever. Just a little quick bio. One of the first decks I played when I came into the game was a water deck. Then I actually, at the new ban, with the first ban list, I actually got a chance to choose to stay in the game. And one of the deck I helped innovate at the time was Clown Control. Just by playing that deck allowed me to stay in the game. Because I was just like, if I can make a deck that can beat the traditional decks, I'll stay. Stayed in the game. Fast forward, started playing Gravekeepers. It was just a great deck. Moved on from Gravekeepers, started playing Junk Doppel. Played Junk Doppel for a bit, then switched to Blackwings, #Value Turbo. From there, I actually started playing Dino Mist with the Zoo engine during that format. So I was playing Zoo Mist or Dino Mist Zoo, however you want to call it. And that was a fun nationals, I must admit. I only lost to True Draco. I almost day two, I bubbled. And then after that, I went back to Junk Doppel. And then I came back, and in 2016, I actually bought the video game so I can play Trains early because I discovered that deck. And I went straight from Junk Doppel to Trains and haven't really looked back since, but I have played a lot of other decks in between. Like currently I have Dinos built. I just took apart Zoo Dogmatika. So yeah, I've definitely played a lot of competitive decks, but this is where the heart is. So let's go ahead and get started with the deck profile. Of course, with any Gravekeeper deck, you're gonna play 3 Necrovalleys. So all the rest of the cards that I'm about to show are just cards to help you get to Necrovalley. So you play the 3 Commandants. So you just discard to search Necrovalley. It's just terraforming for the deck that's not a once per turn. It's really ridiculous. Gravekeeper's Recruiter, which is also not a once per turn. With the new Link monster, you can actually just summon it, link it off, and get your search. You search your Commandant, and then you discard Commandant, get your Necrovalley. So that's 6 Necrovalley searchers right there off top, plus Necrovalley itself. So that's 9 Necrovalleys. And then, of course, the Gravekeeper in archetype search card, Necrovalley Throne, lets you add Recruiter or Commandant. And now I'm playing 12 Necrovalleys essentially. And then to add consistency to the deck, because Gravekeeper's only got like 1 extra deck monster, and which I don't play. Pot of X-Drive, which just allows me to dig to get to that Necrovalley and or Royal Tribute, which is one of my win cons. So I'm kind of spoiling that ahead of time. But yeah, that's why you play that. It just adds the consistency to the deck. Next, the hand traps. I play the Ciphering package because a lot of times playing Throne or discarding Commandant, I have no monsters on the field. So I'm actually free to activate Gamma and get the free plus that way. Same thing with X-Drive, as long as I don't, well, I'm still gonna activate it just so I can resolve X-Drive. It's just a major benefit, and it's probably one of the best hand traps in the format right now. So to help break boards, I play 3 Nibiru's. Just so if I don't win the dice roll, because you're not always guaranteed to win the dice roll, I have something to out their board. So a lot of times, like I've been practicing against dinos and other decks in the format, and Nibiru plus Gamma, I can break their board. So normally what I do with this, I'll Gamma their miscellaneous effect to protect their field if I have Nibiru in hand. And then I'll proceed to let them do their full combo. And before they get to the Doka, I'll Nibiru their board to sleep. And that's been working for me. And it is just amazing, needless to say. That's one way that Gravekeepers can go second and still win. I got to play the one of Gravekeeper Steel because 9 times out of 10, if I open Recruiter, I got 2 monsters in the grave first turn because I'm going to link it off, search Commandant, discard Commandant. So now I got 2 in the grave already. So Gravekeeper Steel is never dead, even turn 1. So Definitely got to play that. Royal Tribute, one of the win cons, you going first and you resolve this, it's just lights out. Even going second, clear their board, and you play this, you just still win. So it's just ridiculously good. Against Virtual World, you drop their whole hand, they can't play. That's just how it works, and they can't play out of the grave with Necrovalley on the board. Second win con on the deck, Mass Change 2. So Dark Law is really good this format and most formats. Just banishing, that's why Virtual World, their boss monster is so good because it banishes stuff on the field. Dark Law banishes everything. Hand, field, deck, delete all that stuff, all right? It's an actual macrocosmos on legs. OCG put this card to 1 for a reason. We still got it at 3. Any dark deck that's playing in this format should be playing Mass Change 2 because Dark Law is a force to be reckoned with, and it can rip cards out of hand if they decide to search while he's on the field. So that's one of my win cons. I can literally just put Dark Claw and Necrovalley out, and that's game. Like, you got to have the Driveless in perm, but you still got to deal with Necrovalley too. So it's ridiculously good. All right, so now to show you how I clear boards, Cali Effect kind of beat me to the punch because I actually still testing the deck when he dropped this video. But Dark Hole and Raigeki are amazing. Like, nobody's really putting up actual Omni negates anymore, other than like maybe the random Boral Savage with Link with the Dragon Link deck. But you can bait that 1 negate and Dark Hole their board, and now you're in the driver's seat. Like, it is just ridiculously good, and it helps bridge that gap that the Gravekeepers had that they can't break boards. So this is how you break boards with Gravekeepers. I play the Dogmatika package. I play 2 Nadir Servants. I opted not to play 3 because I want to keep it under 40 and maximize consistency. I have the draw cards. I'm going to get the Necrovalley. So Nadir at 2. I probably should have played at 3, but I kind of wanted to keep the ratio with 2. Same thing with the Ecclesia because I don't want it to conflict with Royal Tribute. I must say, like, I give him a big Nibiru token, and if I have Dark Hole Raigeki or Nadir Servant, I can out the token and proceed to push. And having that link 1 that you go into to search your Commandant in Necrovalley and then drop her and get your punishment and stuff like that, it is just too good. And of course, 1 flare and 1 punishment. I've even, like, while I was playing, used flare, like play Royal Tribute with flare in hand, chain flare, special herself, and then it's just like, oh, got you. You thought I was about to discard all my monsters, not today. So I have had to discard the Ecclesia because I drew 2, but just keeping the monster count down just really helps. And the Dogmatika package helps you push and attempt to OTK. And of course, with the Gravekeepers, you could just get them back with Steel or just Recruiter, search Recruiter, because it doesn't specify he can't search himself. And you just keep pushing with those little guys because they're not going to have much on board because you drop their hand or you've like punishment, dark hold, and you've cleared their board at some point. So it's just really good. And I think the Dogmatika package is amazing. And they're also spellcasters. So now the reason why this deck came back, this girl right here, the Moon Maiden, she's just amazing. She's a Link 1, just any level 4 lower spellcaster. So you summon the Recruiter, make her, and just proceed to go. I probably should play 3 since I'm playing the extra, but since I don't have 3 currently, I'm playing Clara, and she does typically the same thing because a lot of times I do find myself summon Recruiter, attack for 12, and then main phase 2, link off, so I can make her as well. It also lets you play around Book of Moon if you playing against like the Zoo deck and stuff like that. Of course, with any Dogmatika package, you got to play the Ash. Of course, I'm playing 2 because I'm playing extra. Kind of want to play 3, but I really couldn't find the space. There's some stuff at the end I might actually cut to play a 3rd one. Not sure yet. But Ash is really good. I've actually resolved it twice in one of the games I was playing. Of course, since he's one of your win cons, you got to play 3. 3 Entis just helps you break boards. Hopefully you don't banish all 3 because that does come up a lot to pop that token and stuff like that. Of course, if you're playing the Ciphering package, you got to play the Omega because he's just free. You side frame him and then you roll a tribute. So now they got like 1 card in hand. You can just rip that 1 card too. So they're just not playing at all. And I also played the Lambda because it's a generic Link 2 just in case I banish the Omega. And I also got these last 2 generic link 2s to link off my gamma and stuff like that, so I can have a extra deck monster on the field for my Dogmatika package. I kind of want to switch one of these to another Lambda and the other one to, like, I don't know, something else, maybe another Ash, but as of right now, this is the build I'm currently playing. I've been playing at locals. Unfortunately, I didn't win the last one. I got third because somebody with a draw finished ahead of me. It is what it is, but I almost, like, for some reason against Virtual World the first round, I could not get to a Necrovalley. Surprisingly, it was just like, I played 12 Necrovalleys, I couldn't get to one. But it's been testing amazingly good. Like I said, I can't go first or second, break boards. And that interaction where you negate miss effect to protect the board and the bureau them is just ridiculously good, and they don't see it coming. There's like, oh, like, I mean, a lot of times they're not even gonna bother. It's like, okay, sure, whatever. And then they keep going, and then they just get the bureau to sleep halfway through their combo. But like I said, this is my baby. This is my pride and joy. And for the people that is asking, yes, I do have Super Spies. They're my GOAT deck. But yeah, you guys let me know what you think. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And this Mr. YG82, and I'm out.